This should be starting up in a second. Here we go. So, we'd really like him to draw first, as you might imagine, with our super awesome aggressive deck. Chose to play first, and we're going to have to mulligan. We have two 1-drops, but that's, I'd rather just have 2 lands. This hand somehow seems a lot better. And we don't need to do anything on his turn. I think we'll leave the swamp, because then we can go with the second swamp and not have to reveal our second color for a little while. Not sure what we would name with the automaton. I think it depends largely on what we draw on these first few turns. And our opponent has a 1-drop. No. Our opponent's just deep in the tank. Well, never mind, that changes our plans. And we'll probably name Goblin unless he gives us something spicy to trade for. So our opponent's in a similar boat. Odds are he has Fireball, Sengir, and multiple Doomblades. Yeah, get in there. We don't have anything to play after that, unfortunately. Next turn we just play this Blood Ogre. Unless he kills our Arsonist right now. Scepter of Empires. Okay. Well, that could be bad for us. Oh, and he's just pinging us right now. Interesting. Huh. This is a tough decision. By that, I mean, I think we just go with the Blood Rage Vampire because it's a better clock. Yeah. Let's go with this Blood Rage Vampire. Because the next turn, if he plays the Minotaur, I would play Adoptive Automaton on Vampire and get in there. And he'd either have to trade, or not trade, and take 5, which would be pretty sweet for us because we've got this Active Treason in hand. He's just going to incinerate it. Yeah, that's fine. And he's pinging us again on his turn. I assume he's doing this so he can F6 through. Alright, I think we're going to go with the Blood Ogre and try and draw out a second removal spell. If he has one, like another Incinerator or Chandra's Outrage. And then we'll drop the Cemetery Reaper. The whole point of sceptering on your turn is to F6 through my turn. I assume he must be double queuing, or he's just really slow. Okay. So he can either play his own vampires, or an ogre, or nothing. So yeah, we'll attack with both of these guys. I mean, the only real sweeper in those colors is Fireball. Oops. Whoa. That was the sealed portion of this YouTube video going up. Yeah, so we'll play the Cemetery Reaper, which I'm pretty sure demands an answer. And we are done. Yeah, because otherwise every creature he kills just comes back as a 3/3, or 4/4 as the case may be. I mean, he's also pretty close to being dead. We have 6 damage right here, so if he plays a 7 power guy, we got him. Fireball for 2, so we were right about that. Yeah, he is continuing to ping us. Okay, so the question is, what do we name with our automaton? We can name Goblin or Warrior, and I think we just name Goblin. We've got enough goblins in the deck that makes sense. Goblin. Goblin. Alright, so unless he kills our guys, he's pretty much dead next turn. He's at 8, and we've got 7 power on the board. And an act of treason in hand. So I assume our opponent has to have either the Minotaur or the vampires. See, there's the Minotaur. So you should have named Warrior. Let's show him we have active treason instead. I'd rather keep Volcanic Dragon a secret. I also don't think it wins us the game. Okay, so he seemed like a very similar deck. We can bring in this Manic Vandal. That'll be sweet. And I kind of want Disentomb. Definitely don't want Dark Favor. So yeah, let's go with one Disentomb. So what do we take out for that? I actually don't think we need Manolith. Oh no, we have tons of good 5-drops. So I'm not a fan of Goblin Piker right now. He's just a small guy that's terrible. And he didn't play any other guys. Kinda want to get rid of one of our 5-drops, and it would be Bonebreaker Giant if we did. Or we can get rid of our Warpath Ghoul. No, Warpath Ghoul is pretty sweet. Because he can trade up with, you know, active ones of those and stuff. I think I'm actually just going to get rid of Bonebreaker Giant. I think we have enough high stuff as it is. Yeah. So that Disentomb will hopefully get back our good guys. So we'll wait until he is ready. Would we like to mulligan to 6 cards? He's playing last. So we need to rip 2 lands, then we can play a Drifting Shade. In the meantime, we've got Fireball. So we need to draw at least 1 more land. And then we can cast most of the spells in our deck. I think that's fine. This has a very high probability of doing nothing and then dying, though. But I don't think I can mulligan it. I'm probably wrong. It probably would just be safer to mulligan to anything else, but I don't know, I just like having Gravedigger, Drifting Shade, Sengir, Fireball in my hand. If this Act of Treason was another land, I think I would definitely keep it. Well, our opponent does seem to have the ability to come out fast. I think we actually might want to Fireball an early drop if we have the ability to. Just because it makes his other guys so much worse. Like if you play the Goblin Piker, it's very possible I'll Fireball it. Oh man, now the pre-release draft starts. That's what I really wanted to do. Hopefully I'll have time to do one after. See if he plays Tormented Soul. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to Fireball this guy. Because it makes his other guys a lot better. Let's think. So if we Fireball it now, we won't have Fireball later. And we need 4 mana for Fireball to deal 1 to 2 targets. But if he just goes Bat next turn, I don't think getting rid of the Tormented Soul, given what I assume his deck is, seems like a lot better. Red next. It might seem like it might be a waste. I don't actually know. Maybe he's like, yes, I can't believe you fireballed my Tormented Soul. But if he just goes, Tormented Soul, then plays Bats, I'd have to fireball the Bats, otherwise I'm taking a lot of turn. He just doesn't have a follow-up. Well, we're going to go Cemetery Reaper, so that way if we rip a land, we can just Gravedigger it back. I mean, I really hope his deck is just filled with both those, otherwise that's obviously a terrible play. Because we don't have very much removal spell. Very much removal, and we'd like to save it for cards that matter. Oh, no Incinerate. What does he got here? Incinerate? Is he fireballing this guy? Adaptive Automaton, sure. What is he naming? Vampire? Minotaur. So he's going to play the Gorehorn Minotaurs next turn. That's fine. I think also just passing here is fine. So he's going to attack. I think we just get that thing. If he uses a removal spell on our zombie, then he can't play his Minotaur. Or his guy could just die. I mean, now he uses a removal spell. The fuck? What? Is our opponent actually retarded? Alright. Now I'm just really confused. So could have Chandra's Outrage. I think we just attack with our zombie and then slam the Sengir. What did my opponent expect us to do? That was literally the definition of an onboard trick. You know, a trick that's on the board. I guess it's a board graveyard trick, but anyway. Yeah, so if he has Chandra's Outrage, I mean, that's still not bad for us, because next turn we just Gravedigg it back, and Gravedigger can trade for the Minotaur. Okay, so I revised my decision to saying our opponent's just bad at this game. Sure, so I will definitely Gravedigg that guy back. I could have Slaughter Cry. Slaughter Cry would be pretty sick. Like he attacks. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm blocking just because I have this Gravedigger. Right now I'm definitely blocking. Or am I? Yeah, I'll take 6. Actually, that's fine. Sure. Next turn we hit him for 6. And then he's dead. Alright, I like this plan. Yeah, we'll Gravedigger back our Cemetery Reaper. I would like to use this ability. Let's think. So if he hits us for another, I think we chump. He could have Lava Axe. I think he's mostly dead. Child of Night, sure. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does that change our math at all? Attacks at both of them. 12. I think we just take 10. So if we take 10, then attack him back for 14, he's dead. Seems good. And then we have the Cemetery Reapers back up. He could have Stabbing Pain. Or he just doesn't. Okay. Well, that was that. Apparently we're assholes for exiling his creature and blocking like any sane person would do. I'll see you next round.